didn't work right again. Here we go. All right. Here you go.
The woods can be dense for our acts. The sea can be deep for our diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello, hello. Is it done? It's done. I just got to do a little bit of sharing. Oh, wait, I got another person I got to tell. I'm trying to put everybody in a group so I can just tell everybody I'm live. But not everybody likes this and this and that, so I got to do a little bit of appeasing, and that I don't mind doing that for my friends. People, yeah. For me, I'm a Virgo, and then being a man. So respect is kind of my number one thing, but after that, it's loyalty. And I notice, Virgos tend to notice a lot. So we're just keeping this in the trudging together family. Is the chat overlay not on? Okay, it is. Good. That's the people here. YouTube's making their place known. The leisure man, he leisures around, but not like you think, because he's always on the move, so he's not very leisurely. I fucked that whole thing up. I did. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a better mood. About an hour, I made a decision. Hey, Bren, it's good to see you. Good to see you. I'm glad you joined the other group. Sorry about the confusion earlier. And yes, I know my hair is at a state where, okay, I have curly hair. You can see it starting to go. All right, so this is about the, okay. And I've got wings, but this is the stage that I fucking hate. And as long as I can get through it, I will have hair for the winter. Otherwise, I just shave it off and I look mean. But the thing is, when I have a full head of hair, people listen. I was muted. Thank you. Thank you. Man, I did. You guys missed some hilarious fucking stuff. Not really. Sorry about that. Thank you, Ingrid. And there's a big mute button right on my screen. Oh, but just in case. Hi, Brian. Good to see you. Sorry about the confusion earlier. Yeah, because it automatically it's a convenience thing. So, but I was saying, let me tell you a little story. I'm the kind of person where if you treat me, if you are a company and you treat me like shit, I'm going to do something. I will. Just ask Aurora Mental Health. Just ask Adams County. All right. Dude, I'm still arguing with now they want to give me 3 months free. They're going to give me 3 months free of the standard, but they've canceled it, but I have to reorder, and all I asked them to do was fix the title. And I asked them if they would take this off my damn screen. All right. Anyway, but see, I have to watch that. Now, you probably noticed that some days I'm just like, oh, all right, Georgia. Oh, I'm going to fucking kill everybody. Right? Some days I'm like that. And it has to do with, those are triggers. So, I was treated extremely poorly. Okay. I'm not going to let you do that to the next person. No. See, I deal with a lot of people where things have happened to them, maybe domestic violence, sexual nature, and I support them in going to the police and reporting and doing it the right way. And I report, but those days are over. I'm done doing it. No, I'm not shutting down. No, I'm not going away. Okay. But it's Dion's turn. It's just Dion's turn now. Why does that have a drop down? I never noticed that before. Oh, what does this do? Oh, it only shows those. Or I'm only, I can write the particular, I can write the right. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. Okay. Yeah. So, and this isn't me being able to come on and bitch about other things like that. Everything that needs to be done that I can do has been done. From here, it would just be me following up, doing these other things. And it takes up a lot of time. A lot of time. Most of my days are spent. See, I showed you my to-do list this morning. Look, I finished it. The only thing I didn't do was stuff for Adams County and work on the podcast. I'm doing stuff for Adams County tomorrow. That's my paid position. Notice how it was last. It was last. Why? Because it wasn't the priority of what needed to get done, right? Well, everything moves really slow and things like that. And at this point, I just feel like I'm beating a bush. I'm tired of being one of the only people doing it. I know a lot of people support me, and I appreciate it. There's good reasons for it. There's a lot of fear there. But it's time for me to move forward now. And it isn't a good luck Colorado kind of thing, but I know for me, I'm going to go get my own now. See, these last 4 years, I've been building relationships with the right people. That's what I've been doing. I've been working on certain things. And I'm not even sure what's going to come into fruition yet. But it's time to say, fuck everybody else. Dion's going to do what Dion's really good at. And what am I really good at? I'm really good at helping other people. I'm like really fucking good at it. There's a lot of reasons why. I don't know the total reason why. I guess the only why I could really come up with it is valid is because God said so. Because I seem to be able to help when other people can't. Even the people that can help that can't, if that makes sense. I've been through just more than alcoholism, and so have you. But, I am kind of tired of going to these AA meetings that are, 3-4 people strong. Yeah. See, now it's just going to shift. Now it's time for me to go to AA meetings here in Colorado and start saying, hey, man, why are you dumping in meetings? Why are we doing this? Why do we have one group conscious for 20 meetings? That's not. Every group is autonomous. Yeah, every group is autonomous, but don't name your group the same thing so that it stays autonomous. No. If this meeting meets at noon and this meeting meets at 5 and they're both called grassroots, I'm just going to use mine. They're 2 separate meetings. They're 2 separate meetings. Not enough love. There's too much pointing fingers, telling people what to do. I'll give a good example about that. Somebody said, no dating or sex or nothing in the first year. Okay. Let's just use that one. Okay. It's not in the big book. It's not in the big book. Okay. That year is an average. And even now, that average is skewed. It is. It is skewed. I'm going to use myself as an example on this one. Now, when I got sober the first time at 18 years old, it was pretty easy to get through those fucking steps, man. Considering, and I was living on Skid Row. I'd already been through a lot, but I'd also done a lot of therapy and things like that. The rebound was pretty quick. It's the rebound. Within 3 months, I was done with the steps. I was done with them. Okay. And I was on a prevention team. I was getting out of self and doing a lot of things. Nothing wrong with that. I got a lot of fucking flack for it. A lot of flack. Hey, Amber, it's good to see you. I got a lot of flack for that because I was in a place called the Phoenix Concept. And I was 18 and the person closest to me was 34. That's 14 years. That is a big difference in an alcoholic. An extra 15 years of drinking will create a whole different situation for you. Right? Okay. These young people, 30 and under, they're going to get through the program faster. That's how it is. Okay. Amber, I'm talking about no major changes. Well, what I said was what was said, but no names or anything. Right? And Amber and I discuss this stuff quite a bit. Right? Because we're big book thumpers. It's not in the big book. Here's the thing. And Amber, I think you hit it on the nail. So now when I got sober the second time at 45, no. 6 months, no. Took me 3 or 4 years before I felt, until I was well enough to sponsor. I shit you not. So you guys see me here at 8 years. Coming up on 9 or whatever. I'm going to be an old timer again here shortly. Yes, again. 10 years is an old timer. All right. So no, in that time, any major changes would have really fucked it up. Right? Right? But the thing is, if we can stay open-minded, see, the program isn't going to work the same for everybody. So Amber brought up a good point. She's here, and I like encouragement. It's when I'm talking about other stuff that, but when there's a good point, yeah, I'm going to brag on someone. Yeah. She pointed out it's the 7th step. And she's right. That makes sense. Thank you for bringing that up, Amber. I thought it was a great point. Because that's where emotional sobriety happens. See, the major change is like having a relationship. Okay. Well, don't you got to be mature enough first? Right. And that may take some time. I have a sponsee, and I told him that it's probably about a year, but it was less than that. But they completed the steps. And that's more the key. Where's the person at? AA is a one size fits all. No. Let me rephrase that. It's not a one size fits all. It's not. It is a guide to a better life. Yeah. And your experience will be different than mine. That is why both of us must share our experiences. They're not arguing with you. Okay. But that means that since I'm not going to be focusing on, pretty much none of it now, right? I have a lot of cool things going on. And those are what I'm going to get to. I don't have to do it anymore. It's all been reported. Even the people I report to, I said, you guys are the one that get paid. You're doing it. I'm not doing it. And if you don't do it, well, I guess that's it then. Because let's just make this statement. I'm not willing to do it anymore. I'm not willing to do it anymore. I've taken my abuse. I've done my time. If somebody else wants to pick up, you got it, Ingrid. You got it. You said I had 20 minutes. You know, it's funny. It says I have 2 people here, but at one point it said 9. So that's another thing they need to work on. I'll tell Restream, you need to work on the counter. Oh, we don't control that. That's Facebook. They always blame Facebook. It's always them. It's always them. You know, them. You know, that riding that bus where the windows are blacked out. They, them. Of course, that means something entirely different now. In my day, it did not mean anything to do with trans, so don't take it that way, right? But yeah, I gotta be free of this fight because it is a fight. It's created division. It's done a lot of things. But I had to go through that part to get to a point where people were like, yeah, Dion, that's what we got to do. Because see, I went out to go do those things and they weren't available. So I had to create them. I had to go out. I had to talk to right people. I had to start doing the right things. And I had to start creating these things. What are some of the things that I've created? Well, I gathered $2.2 million for a new detox. It's a pretty big achievement. We're not, so you know, we're not getting the, I'm still going to be involved in the detoxing, but we're not getting the hospital. And I'll tell you why. Because the sheriff of Adams County doesn't want, and guess who he's good friends with? Surprise, surprise. That's why I'm done. It's one of the reasons I'm done. Every time I turn around, there's just another asshole standing there. Hey, you want to be a recovery coach? No. But what this does, and I'm excited because it frees me up to do what I do best. So it means more podcasts and more talking. I'd really like to grow the grassroots meeting. I really would. I think a lot of people are missing my intention on the grassroots meeting. It is an old AA type of meeting. No, it doesn't mean that we're rude. No, it doesn't mean that we're mean. Nope. No, but it is very structured, right? It's very structured. Cameras are going to be on when you enter the room. You got to participate in your recovery. You don't get to go to in-person meetings and hide behind your camera and stuff. So, but I feel accomplished. And I think that I've done everything that Dion can do. Now, if they come back and say, hey, we're going to pay you $40 an hour to do it, I'll do it. But that's going to be my minimum. That's my new minimum, $40 an hour. Adams County set that standard, not me. And even then, you know, when it comes to money and that stuff, I'm worth a lot more than that. That was the other thing that I did, because a lot of people are like, well, you need to work and you need to bring in money. And, you know, and I've done a lot of this without making any money. But let me tell you something. I created my own job. Yeah, I created my own job. Did you think I was going to go run around telling everybody that I was working on my own job and what I was doing just so they could go fuck with it? No, I was going to secure it. Then I talked about it. And I'm a consultant for Adams County when it comes to recovery. I'm their only consultant when it comes to that. Yeah. And that's what we're going to use, man. I got another meeting with Aurora Mental Health on Wednesday. And, you know, if the people running the central office now my focus is going to be AA. It's time to start filling these rooms back up again. Yeah. We got to go out in force. So I got in touch with the executive director of East Metro Detox, who I know. He's back. Good stuff. Even though he and I had a tumultuous relationship at the end. Yeah. I told him I wouldn't make a very good employee there. I knew it. That turned into a fight. Yes, it did. See, I tend to move forward. What was going on is I couldn't put these people in treatment because they weren't on their meds. Now, these aren't detox meds. These are meds that they need, like heart disease meds, bipolar meds, all sorts of stuff. Well, Ann Schutz wasn't seeing our people. They were turning them away. And then we couldn't place. And we were in the room discussing it. And I said, I could take care of that problem. And my supervisor said, good luck. I took that as a challenge. I heard yes. Isn't that a yes? Go for it. Oh, Dion, that's your job. You're the peer support specialist that works on hospitals and institutions. Okay. Well, I got in touch with the person that takes care of that shit. And we talked. And she's like, yeah, let's talk. So I went to him. I'm like, hey, this is what we go. I'm like, here you go. Here's the person you need to talk to so we can get this worked out. And I got written up for it. That was the end of that. I'm like, I'm like, fuck you. You're writing me up for this. And you didn't even drug test me? You know what else I got at our detoxes? A smoking area. Oh yeah, you go somewhere else and you tell me how somebody else got that done. I'm the person that circumvents the system so that we get what it is that we need, which is fellowship, real, solid fellowship. Okay? That's not yoga. That's not hiking. That's not all that stuff. No, it's meeting and becoming better people. The other stuff is the fluff. That's the joy of living. But you don't get to do the joy of living 24 hours a day. Not going to work. So I have no idea what I'm going to do next. I don't. I mean, you do the same. Have a day. Love you, Amber. I'm wrapping up here. So yeah, I think a lot of people know because I start repeating myself. Go Broncos. Go Broncos. Yeah. Bronco game is still 4 hours away. What am I going to do for 4 hours? So yeah, so maybe I could come to you for, I mean, everybody's kind of gone at this point, but what do you guys like what I do? What is it that I do that you like that you would like more of? There we go. Right now I can either go open up an RCO. I can go open up a sober living. I can go open recovery residences, but I don't know that I want to do that. I don't know that I want to do that. Maybe I should specialize in something. Maybe I should just go get a pickleball racket and go to AA and just be the 20% like her. It's not going to happen. But I am going to play pickleball. Just getting there. Got to wait on a little bit more cash. So, but we got our new microwave. It's coming. We needed it. We've had the same one for like 10. If I have something, I take good care of it. I still have like my PS4 from 15 years ago. It still works. It does great, But yeah, so Dion's trying to figure out what he wants to be now. I love advocating and I love doing that. May I go work at drug court? See, I've got a lot of options right now. Now that I'm going to free that up. What I'd like to be is a liaison, an advocate. More than anything, I just want to sit behind a desk so that people can come in and I can help them. That's all I really want to do. Because the thing is like, let's say I open up an RCO. Well, then I have to be there every day, and I don't want to do that. Let's say I open up a sober living. Well, I'm scared that I just don't have enough people to help out with that, and I'm not willing to do it all myself. I mean, there's been plenty of people that are like, I'll help. I help. I'm like, okay, there's this, and this. What should we do next? And then there's silence. I don't feel like waiting around anymore. I don't feel like appeasing people anymore. Letting know that we're going here and that. Nah. So as Fleetwood Mac says, you can go your own way. Of course, since I put this up, Dog Days of Summer or Dog Days. No, it's Dog Days are over. Dog Days of Summer is a movie. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out.